Today's class will be a bit lengthy because today I am going to tell you 15 important predefined string method in Java and why it is important. I personally feel in my more than 15 years of experience that these are very useful. And not only I am going to tell you this 15 most important predefined string method, but I am also going to explain you and show you in Eclipse the output of that 15 predefined string method. So don't skip this video, watch till the end. Now you can see here I have already documented 15 most important string method in this Excel, and we will go one by one. First we will check the definitions and then we will try to implement that one in our Eclipse. So I have already created a string function demo class under com.demo.predefined package. Let me double click here, and as we are going to implement 15 most important string methods, so I have already created a string that is basically name, and under that I have set my name as a string value. Now what we will do, we will try to create some system.out.println statement, and we will try to reuse this method and try to find out what is the exact result. So our first method is charAt, and the parameter is taken as a index, which is integer type. And if you check the definition, it says that return the character value at the specified index. So if I just make a comment here with the definitions, so let's check these definitions work for this or not. So how we can use this method? So name is our string variable whose value is basically my name, Arun Kumar Hajra. So we can use this variable, then use the dot, and here you can see the charAt method is coming. If it's not coming, you can use control space, or you can directly copy paste, or you can directly type this one. Okay, now currently I have set the index as 0. Now save it. So 0 means, or what is the index? Index mean in this string you can see a is basically in 0th position, then r is in 1 position, u is in 2th position, n 3, then the space, it is also a character, so it is the next positions. Okay, so let me check what is available in 0th position. So this is a, right? So if I run it here, so you can see the output is coming as a. Now if I type here 5, show what is the character available in the 5th position. So you can see that our character start from 0. So this is 0, then 1 2 3, and this space is 4, then 5 is basically k value. So if I run here, so it should give me k value. So you can see here it's give me k value. So that's why the character at a specific index, if we maintain, so it will return that particular value from that string. Now let me comment it, and let's try to check the next one. So what is the next one? Next one is basically concat a string value, right? So if you check the definition, it's concats or concatenates the specified string to the end of this string. So specified string means whatever the string you passed here, so that will be concatenated at the end of your initial string. So let's try to use this and try to use this comment in Eclipse. So if I make it here like this and use again a system.out.println statement, and our string is name, this is our string variable, and we try to use the concat method, and under that let me do one thing. Instead of Arun Kumar Hajra, let me make it Arun Kumar, my first name and middle name, and let concat the last name here like this, one space, then HZRA. Okay, now you can see here my variable name is basically contain Arun Kumar, and I am trying to concat one space then HZRA, so it will basically append here, right? So after save, just try to run it, so you can see that I am getting Arun Kumar Hazra, right? So this is the main functionality of this concat method. Let me again comment it, and let's check the next one. So our next one is equals and then an object. So it basically says that compare this string to the specified object. So let's go check this in Eclipse. So let me again comment the definitions of that. Now what we will do, we will again create a system.out.println statement and try to use this string variable name dot equals. Okay, so if we use this equals, and let's say we are trying to check is this name Arun Kumar is same with HAZRA. Now if you go to the return type here, so it basically says it will return boolean value, so it can be a true or false. So for our case it is basically a false statement. So let's run it and check. You can see here this is a false statement, right? Now instead of Hajra, if we use the same string here, so my name is basically Arun Kumar and I am trying to make a equal method for the same string, and if we save and run, so you can see the return type is coming as true. So that's mean this equal method is basically compare the string under this with the string value that is available under this name string, because we are using this name string, and try to make equalizations for this content. Now here I want to share one more thing. Let's say this is Arun Kumar and the name variable also contain Arun Kumar, but if I make this a as a small character, though the name is showing the same thing, but as it's a small character it will again return me the false value, right? Now coming to the next method, which is basically equals ignore case. Okay, so if you check our next method, it says equals ignore case. So what it's mean, it's mean compare this string to another string ignoring case considerations. So if I again try to comment it out and like this way and try to check the next method, so let's create a system.out.println then name, and we are going to use equals ignore case. And if we use the same thing like previous one, okay, so it's also a Arun Kumar, but a is in small letter, and in our name variable a is in caps letter. But as we use equals ignore case, so it should give us a true statement. So if you run here, you can see here it's giving me a true statement. So that's mean this equal ignore case basically try to compare the value available under this name variable with the value available here, ignoring the case sensitivity. Now let's comment it again and go for the next one. So our next one is basically checking is empty. Okay, so it says that it will return true if and only if the length of that string is basically 0. So if we go to the Eclipse and try to comment it out this one like this, and again try to use a system.out.println then name dot the method is empty, right? So if we use is empty, now our name variable contain a value Arun Kumar, so definitely it is not an empty string, right? So if I save it and run it, so definitely it will give me a false statement, because there is some value available under this name variable which I am trying to find that is it empty or not, right? But if I don't put anything here, that's mean currently my name variable is empty, right? And if I try to run this, so this statement will give me a true value. Now you can see here the space is also a character. So as I am creating a value for this name variable as space, so it will also treated as a character. And now if I check is empty, it will give me a false statement. See, it's give me a false statement. Why? Because though there is no value under this name variable, but we have placed a space here, and this space also treat as a character, and this character is available under name variable. That means it is not a empty string. So that's why this string method is empty give me a false statement here. Now if I comment it here and again put some value, let's say again Arun Kumar, and try to check the next method. So our next method is length. So the definition is return the length of this string. So again if we try to implement that one, let me comment it like this. So now we will check the length method of string class. Okay, so create a system.out.println statement. Here name is our string variable, then dot length. So you can see here I am using the length method of string class, and it should give me the length of the variable value. So what is this variable value name? This is basically Arun Kumar, right? So if you check here, the length is basically 1 2 3 4, character is 5, then 6 7 8 9 10. So if I run it here, so you can see the value I am getting is 10. So that's mean the value or the length of the value that is available under this name variable is nothing but 10, and we can get this using this length method which is available under string class. Now if I again comment it and go for the next one, so our next one is replace old character with new character, and its definition says return a new string resulting from replacing all the occurrence of the old character in this string with new character. Okay, so let's try to do that. So this is the definitions of that. Now our variable name is name, right? So let create a system.out.println, then name, and what is the method name? Method name is replace old character and then new character. Okay, so if I make here replace, so this is the method. If I double click here, now let's say the value under this name variable is Arun Kumar, right? I want to replace A with B. So if I make here the old character as A and the new character should be V, then if I save it and run it, so you can see that instead of Arun Kumar, the A is replaced with B and it says Barun Kumar. Okay, even we can replace, let's say, AR with, let's say, any other value. So if I make it here AR and try to make it, let's say, BK, and save it and run it, so you can see then AR is replaced with BK. So this replace method under the string variable basically try to replace the old character with new character. Now let's go for the next one. So our next one is substring, and under that the parameter is beginIndex. Beginning index is something like this: return the new string that is a substring of this string. So let's do that in Eclipse. So if I make this is a comment statement and then system.out.println, and our variable name or string variable is name, then dot, and what is this method? Method is basically substring and one integer type, that is basically beginIndex. Okay, so if we make it like substring, so this is the method, and let's say my name is written here under this name variable is Arun Kumar, and I want to begin it with, let's say, fifth positions. Okay, so my index instead of 0, let me put it fifth. Now if I run it, so you can see that the fifth positions the value is start from K. So 0 1 2 3 then 4, and K is basically my fifth position. So this is nothing but returning me substring that index start from 5. So if I check this one and try to run this one, so you can see the substring I am getting here Kumar, because K is basically start from this fifth index. So this is the beginIndex of this substring, right? Now go to the next one, and that is again substring, but here you can see that I am getting a beginIndex and a endIndex. That's mean it will return me the new string in between this. So this is my beginIndex and this is my endIndex. So let's try to do that with the same concept. So let me make the definitions in a comment part, then system.out.println, then name dot, again substring. Now we will use this one where beginIndex and endIndex both we will provide here. So let's say I want from 3, this will be my starting one, and it will be end in fifth positions or let's say seventh positions. Okay, so that's mean it will start from 3, then 4 5 6, because it should print from 3 to 6 because my last index is 7. Now if you consider these 3 and 7 and try to run this, so you can get the result n then ku. Why? Because n start from third positions. So let's check here. So a is 0, then r is 1, then 2, and third positions is n, then fourth position is space, then fifth, then 6, and it should print as per the substring concept 0 to 6 positions, means 7th is the last index, so beginning index to before the last index. So that's mean this should print n space ku, so you will get the same result n space ku. So this is the concept of substring, and this is basically the begin and this is the end index. Now let me comment it and go to the Excel sheet for the next one. So next one is toLowerCase, and then the other one is toUpperCase. So as you can see here, the method name represent to convert the whole string in a lowercase or uppercase. Let's use both these two. So if I again create two different statement, first one for let's say uppercase and second one for lowercase, and what is our variable name? That is basically name variable, right? Now name dot then toUpperCase, right? And the second one is basically name dot toLowerCase. So if I run it here, so you can see that first time I am getting all the name value as a capital letter, and second I am getting all this in small letters. So these two uppercase basically convert name value to uppercase, and these two lowercase basically convert it to lowercase. Now let me again comment these two statement and go to this Excel again to check the next one. Now the next one is very important, which is called a trim method of string. Okay, so what is this trim method? If you check the definitions, return a copy of string with leading and trailing white space omitted. Okay, what it's mean, let's check that. So again, if we make a comment of these definitions, then our aim is to create a system.out.println to check trim method. So let's say in this string I'm going to create some blank space before this a and after this k. Okay, now if I try to print these name variables, what it will print? It will basically print the total string like this, right? So let print these first, then we will try this trim method. So if I simply try to print this one and run this, so you can see here that I am getting some white space here, then Arun Kumar, and actually there are some white space again here, right? Now if we use this trim method, then it will basically remove that white space. Now if I run it, so you can see here that that white space that is available under this name variable, it is gone now. So if you run it again, so you can see I am only getting Arun Kumar. There is no white space coming before Arun and after Kumar, right? Why? Because we are using this trim method and its functionality is trimming the white space. Now let's again comment it here and go to the next one. So next one is basically start with. So it will check a string start with something. Okay, so test if this string start with a specified prefix. Okay, and the return type is boolean. So if we try to check that, let me again comment these definitions and a system.out.println statement, and our variable name is name. Okay, let me put it or set it without space so that we can get better understanding. So now our variable value is basically Arun Kumar, and we are trying to use the method that is called start with then string prefix. Okay, so actually our name start with a, and let's check this start with a negative value. So this is our method, and let me check, is my name is start with b? So definitely it is not, right? So it will give me a boolean return type. It can be a true or false. So for this case, as we are trying to check is my name, which is basically Arun Kumar, start with B. So this is no, right? So if I run it, so you can see that I am getting false statement. Now if I check is my name, that is Arun Kumar, is start with A. So if I run it again, so it will give me true statement. Now if I check is it start with small a, so you can get again a false statement, because no, it is start with capital A. So basically I mean to say this start with basically a case sensitive one, right? Now you can also maintain more character here. Let's say AR is my string, that is basically name, which value is basically Arun Kumar. So I am trying to check is it start with AR. Yes, it start with AR, right? So if I check it here or run it here, so you can see I am getting the true statement. So that's mean the start with basically check is your string, which is basically this one, is start with this specific prefix or not. Now let's comment it again and go to the next one. Now the next one is value of int. Now if you check here, its definition is return the string representations of the int argument. Okay, so what is this? So let's do that in Eclipse. So let make a comment of these definitions. Okay, now understand. Now let's say you have a float variable f whose value is basically 2.5 and you want integer variable, let's say n, and want to pass this value a value. Okay, so if you directly do that, that will not possible, and here we know that we have to do some typecasting. And how we can do that? We can make some int here and it will pass this one, right? So this way we basically convert a float to int. So similar way, if we want to convert a integer or float or double or boolean to a string type, then we will use this type of value of method. So our first one is basically for integer type. So let's do that. So let's say I have a integer variable, let's say b, and its value is 10. Now if I want to convert it in string s, then we can't do this like this way. So instead of that, we can make like string dot value of what? Value of integer. And what is this integer? Integer is basically our b. So if we make this way, so you will not get any compilations error. So you can in other way says that for this type of integer, if we want to convert this one in string, then the casting will be implemented in this way. So we have to use the value of method. And the same thing for the next, that is basically value of float. So you can do the same thing. Let's say my float value is 2.5 and I want to convert it in string. So you can use like string, let's say abc is equal to again string dot value of what? Value of basically this f. So we can make it like this way. So what we are actually trying to do, we are actually trying to convert this integer value to a string, even a float value to a string. So these are basically 15 most important string method that I am 100% sure you will be used in your future journey. Now my first recommendation is that first go with this 15 string method, implement that in your Eclipse. Then once you understand this 15 method, go with these documentations and try to do some more R&D with this method.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.